Okay. So what is this physical quantity? So you should know that this is nothing but 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught. You can write this in this form also, isn't it? So what is this formula actually? If you go to the chapter called as electromagnetic waves, in electromagnetic waves says that velocity of light in vacuum is given by this one. Okay, C is equal to how much? This one. 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught. This is the formula for velocity of light. So what is this much complex dimensional formula? How tough it is to find out mu naught and epsilon naught? Very tough. But instead of that, if you know that C is equal to 1 by mu naught epsilon naught, it will be easy. So what is the dimensional formula? C means velocity of light, which is nothing but LT power minus 1 is going to be your answer. That's it. Next, regularly asked doubts. Students are regularly asking these doubts now. We shall discuss that one. So what is the next doubt asked by the students? What are the dimensions of half epsilon naught E square? Regularly asked. What are the dimensions? He will give this much only. But you should recognize that this is a concept which is present in which chapter? Capacitors. Okay. Energy stored in a capacitors, like that. Okay. So what is this actually? What is this formula representing actually? This is called as energy stored per unit volume. Okay. Energy stored per unit volume is equal to this much value. See, it's difficult to find out epsilon naught dimensional formula. It's difficult to find out electric field intensity dimensional formula, but it is easy to find out the dimensional formula for energy stored by unit volume. So here, if you want to find out the dimensional formula of this one, you have to write energy by volume. Energy means m L square T power minus 2. Volume is nothing but L cube. Okay. So L square L cube gets cancelled. ml T power minus 2 is going to be your answer. Isn't it? Understood what I am saying now? ml power minus 1. So this is the dimensional formula for this. Similarly, okay, this formula is present in electromagnetic waves also. See, you know electromagnetic waves. What does it represent actually? Electromagnetic waves are having two types of waves. Okay, so one is called as an electric wave which is traveling like this. Another is called as a magnetic wave which is traveling in this direction. Okay, so what is the meaning of this actually? So in this direction magnetic wave and in this direction electric wave. Okay, so one is called as electric wave, another is called as magnetic wave. Electromagnetic waves means you are going to get afraid of what is this electromagnetic wave, such a technical name. It's very easy. Electromagnetic waves is nothing but sunlight is having electric as well as magnetic nature. There are two waves which are perpendicular to each other. One wave is going in a vertical plane, another wave is coming in a horizontal plane. These two combined together, it is called as an electromagnetic wave. What is the energy stored in an electric wave? Means you are writing half epsilon naught into E square. What is this? Energy per unit volume. Okay. In the case of electric wave, energy per unit volume in the case of magnetic wave is given by B square by 2 mu naught. These two formulas you have to remember. If you have thorough idea about electromagnetic waves chapter, then you can understand that it's very difficult to find out the dimensional formula for B. It is very difficult to find out the dimensional formula for mu naught, epsilon naught, E square. It's very tough. Okay. So, but it is very easy to find out the dimensional formula for energy per unit volume. Okay. So, energy per unit volume is called as energy density. It is called as energy density. And this is also same. Energy density, just like density is equal to mass by volume, energy density is equal to energy per unit volume, and these two are having same dimensions, where energy is called as ml square T power minus 1. Energy can be kinetic energy, it can be potential energy, it can also be work, where work is nothing but force into displacement, mass into acceleration into displacement. Acceleration is L T power minus 2 into L, because S is nothing but displacement, which is L. So dimensional formula is ml square T power minus 2. If you take kinetic energy, it is nothing but half mv square. Half does not have any dimensions. M and L velocity is nothing but how much? Lt power minus 1 whole square. So ml square T power minus 2. Okay. So what is the dimensional formula for potential energy? Is nothing but mgh. M This is acceleration due to gravity, which is having the formula of acceleration only here. So this is also same, which is nothing but ml square t power minus 2. This is the doubt asked by some of the students regularly from my 25 years of experience in this units and dimensions chapter. And these are all previous year questions which I have collected. It's a common doubts. Okay. So when we go for the next what are regularly asked, yesterday also some of my students have asked, what is the dimensional formula for magnetic flux? See, magnetic flux is one chapter, is one topic in the chapter which is called as moving charges and magnetism. And this will again come in, what is that magnetic flux? It will come in magnetism chapter also, magnetism and matter. Understand? Magnetism and matter also, you will get this formula here. So magnetic flux is nothing but it is dot product of B dot A. It's a product of magnetic induction and A. And I have told the techniques how to find out the tough dimensional formula. If you want to find out the magnetic dimensional formula for B, the simplest formula with which we can extract this formula is, what is that? F is equal to BIL. You know, this is the formula which is present in moving charges and magnetism. So from this it is very easy to derive F by IL, where F is nothing but ml t power minus 2, I is nothing but current, which is ampere. This is going to be L. So this is getting cancelled. So B is nothing but m t power minus 2 a power minus 1. This is the dimensional formula for B. So what is the dimensional? This is a previous year question. So dimensional formula for flux is nothing but m t power minus 2 a power minus 1, where a means area means length into breadth, length is also length, breadth is also length, L square. So magnetic flux is nothing but ml square t power minus 2 a power minus 1. Okay, so this is regularly asked. One more toughest dimensional formula which is regularly asked, what is the dimensions of permeability? What is the dimensions of permeability is called as mu naught. In the first class I have told you how to extract a tough dimensional formulas. You should know easiest known formulas. Very good. So mu naught I by 2r. This is the formula for magnetic induction for a circle. And in the center, what is the magnetic induction? You have taken Biot-Savart law, which says that B is equal to mu naught by 2 pi I sine 90 by r square. If I discuss about this topic, let us revise this topic also, so that you'll be strong in that chapter also, which I am discussing in the future. What is that? Moving charges and magnetism. So moving charges and magnetism, Biot-Savart law is having many applications. You are very familiar with that. So if you are going to consider a wire in which current is passing, I will select the smallest part of a wire which is called as DL, and this DL from a certain distance R. So from there, what is the magnetic induction at this place, which is taken as dB? Because whenever the current passes through the wire, according to ampere, surrounding the wire, magnetic field is developed. Surrounding the wire, magnetic field is developed, which is also explained by Ampere's right hand rule. Whenever the current passes through the wire, along the thumb, the four fingers will describe the magnetic field which is surrounding the wire. So that magnetic induction is always given by B, but for small part of a wire, we take the magnetic induction as dB. So what is Biot-Savart law explaining here? dB is directly proportional to strength of the current. The greater the current passes, the stronger is the magnetic induction. And what is Biot-Savart law says? I, and the stronger is the dB, the greater is the dl. Okay, so dB is directly proportional to sine theta. Okay, this theta value, if it is 30, then sine 30 is going to be 1 by 2. Exactly, if you take here, dB value increases, because if it is sine 90 is going to be 1. So half is lesser than 1 or not? So if angle is larger, dB is larger, and dB is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. The larger the distance, the lesser the dB. The larger the distance, the lesser the dB. So if you join all these, you get this Biot-Savart law. Okay, so because dB is equal to, dB is directly proportional to I sine 90. Here in this case sine 90, why? Because this radius and this is dl, which is making exactly 90 degrees if you draw the tangent. It is making exactly 90. So I dl sine 90 divided by r square. So dB, when you remove the proportionality, you will get a constant. What is that constant? K. So I dl, okay, sine 90 divided by r square. The what is the value of K is nothing but mu naught by 4 pi. That's the formula we are getting here. Understood? That is called as Biot-Savart law. This Biot-Savart law, when it is applied on a circle, okay, so I am taking a smallest part of a circle which is having radius r, okay, which is having radius r. If you apply Biot-Savart law, which is mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine 90 by r square. So this is the smallest part dl, which is taken as 90 degrees here. Okay, so if I want to find out the total magnetic induction at this place, I have to derive, which is, okay, so derivation, if you integration, if you do, what are the constants here? Mu naught by 4 pi is constant, I is constant, sine 90 is going to be 1, you remove that 1, r is going to be constant, only left is integration of dl. Okay, so what is the meaning of integration? India is an integrated country, means combination of all castes, a combination of all types of cultures are combined together, we are staying together. So here also, what is the meaning of integration of dl? Says that this type of parts dls, if you go on adding, so integration means what happens? Integration of dl is going to be l. Okay, integration of dl ఏమవుతుంది? L అవుతుంది. Okay, so and what is that? L is nothing but the length of the total circle, which is going to be the circumference, which is 2 pi r, isn't it? So what I am going to do now, so B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r square, this is going to be 2 pi r, so r 2 pi 2 is left here now. So B is equal to mu naught I by 2r is left, that is for the circle. Okay, that is for the circle. I got this formula. From this formula I can derive easily what is the dimensional formula for, what is that? ఏం కావాలి మనకి? mu naught గురించి డిస్కస్ చేసేది మనం. ఓకే, mu naught గురించి డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. So what is the dimensional formula for mu naught? What is the dimensional formula for mu naught? You just see here, mu naught కావాలి ఇప్పుడు నాకు, mu naught కావాలి. So I just told you B is equal to mu naught I by 2r. First B గురించి నీకు తెలుసు, B అంటే F by IL. Okay, so F is nothing but ml t power minus 2, I is nothing but A, this is L gets cancelled, B is equal to m t power minus 2, A power minus 1 is going to be the dimensional formula for magnetic induction B. So here you want to find out what is mu naught. 2 is a constant, does not have any dimensional formula. Mu naught is nothing but Br by I. Therefore mu naught B is nothing but m t power minus 2, A power minus 1, R is nothing but L, and I is nothing but A again. So when it comes to numerator ml t power minus 2, here this is going to be A power minus 2. It's going to be your dimensional formula for mu naught. Hope you are understanding. Is it clear? So these all are the doubts regularly asked by the students. Then one is the doubt which is asked in 2017, which is regularly asked by 80 to 90% of the students. 80 to 90% of students approached me about this. So what is that? How can you represent length in terms of velocity of light అన్నాడు. ఓకే, అంటే c power a రాసుకోవచ్చు. In terms of gravitational constant అన్నాడు, g power b రాసుకోవచ్చు. And the remaining value is e square by 4 pi epsilon naught power of c అన్నాడు. కాబట్టి క్వశ్చన్ చూసుకోండి ఒకసారి. తెలుసా ఇది క్వశ్చన్? ఐడియా ఉందా? హ్యావ్ యూ సీన్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్? చూసారు ఎప్పుడన్నా? అమ్మాయి క్వశ్చన్ ఒకసారి చదవా ప్లీజ్.
Physical quantity of dimensions of length that can be found out of.
Listen carefully the question.
C, G and E square by 4 pi epsilon naught. C is the velocity of light. G is the universal constant of gravitation. E is charge.
E is the charge here. Okay. So how to find out the value of length in terms of C, G and that value? So if you observe this one, is it not familiar with your Coulomb's inverse square law, which is called as Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square, isn't it? Okay, so where instead of Q he has taken E, and instead of Q2 again he has taken E, so F is equal to E square by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square, isn't it? So if you want to find out the dimension of this E square by 4 pi epsilon naught, that's it, isn't it? So what is left now? F into R square, this R square comes here. So what is the dimensional formula for this, only this value? There is nothing but force, which is ml t power minus 2, and this is going to be L square. Therefore m L cube t power minus 2 is going to be the dimensional formula for this value, isn't it? So what I am going to do now? Okay, so what I am going to do now? So length means m is not present, m power 0, L is present, L power 1, t is not present, t power 0. C means velocity of light, L t power of minus 1 whole power a, isn't it? Okay, just see now. So C means L t power minus 1 whole power a. G, so G is nothing but F into, F is nothing but G m1 m2 by R square is a, what is a formula present in gravitation chapter. where G is nothing but F into R square by M1, M2 can be written as M square. So the dimensional formula for G is ML P power minus 2, which is nothing but L square by M square. M square gets cancelled. So dimensional formula for G is nothing but M is present in the denominator, goes to numerator, M power minus 1, L cube P power minus 2 is going to be the dimensional formula for G. Okay, so I have to write G here now. Okay, so this is M power of minus 1, L cube P power of minus 2. Power of how much? There, power of B. So E square by 4 pi epsilon naught, just now we got the dimensional formula is how much? L cube P power minus 2 whole power C. So comparing the powers, first M how many times are present? See, M power of minus B here. Okay, here also M is present plus C. So this is M here. Okay, then what is here? L power of A, L power of plus 3B, L power of plus 3C. Okay, and what else? T is left now. T power of minus A, P power of minus 2B, and T power of minus 2C. Then you have to compare the powers now and get the equations. So minus B plus C is equal to 0 is one equation, and A plus 3B plus 3C is equal to 1 is one more equation, and this is minus A minus 2B minus 2C is equal to 0. Mathematically, if you find out the values of A and B and C, you can substitute here and get the powers also. Understood? So this is regularly asked. Okay. Next, in errors, this type of questions are regularly asked in NEET and JEE mains. What is that? Find out the percentage error of P, which is equal to A cube B square C root D. Okay, here the percentages of A, B, C and D are given separately. Okay, so percentage error of A is 1%, and this is going to be how much? 3%, and this is going to be 2%, and this is going to be 4%. Okay, so what is the percentage error in P? If the percentage errors of A is 1%, B is 3%, C is 2%, D is 4%. Understood? Okay, so how do you find out the percentage errors now? The simplest technique here is, for whenever you will get volume means you will write LQ, isn't it? Volume means you will write LQ. If percentage error in length is 2%, if percentage error in length is 2%, what is the percentage error in volume he is asking now? What will you write? 6 classes. Power percentage trick ikkada. Power తీసుకొని percentage తో multiply చేయాలి. Just power percentage trick. How you get this trick? What is the basic behind this? What is the basic concept behind this? If you differentiate, what you will get? dV. Then this is going to be 3 L square into delta L. Understood? Change in లేదా ఇట్లా చేసుకో. Change in volume is nothing but power 3 L square is differentiation. Okay, 3L square into DL. So this is 1, this is 2. So 2 by 1 if you do, what you will get? Delta V by V is equal to 3L square delta L by L cube. So what are the things going to be cancelled here? L square L cube gets cancelled here. So delta V by V is nothing but 3 into delta L by L. Okay, so your percentage, and okay, percentage means you just, what will you do? Into 100 just. Okay, you are going to do this one. Okay, so he is asking percentage error in length is 2%, means what is the meaning here? So delta L by L into 100 he has given as 2%, and he is asking us to find out what is the percentage error in volume. So what will you write now? It is going to be 3 into delta L by L into 100 means 3 into 2%, which is going to be 6% here. So this is the basic concept behind that. So what are you going to do here? Okay, so I will use power percentage technique here. Power percentage trick. What is the meaning of power percentage trick? Take the power and multiply with percentage. So A is having a power of 3, B is having a power of 2, C is having a power of 1, and root B is nothing but 1 by 2. Antana? So take all the powers, write one side, take all the percentage, write one side, and multiply them. That's it. So 3 into 1% is 3%, plus 2 3s are 6%, plus 1 2s are 2%, and another is 4 into half is nothing but 2%. Add them. So how much you'll get? How much percent is your answer? Okay. So let me give one more example for your convenience. So one more time, in the previous year questions is asking this one. If x is equal to a square b power 1 by 2 divided by c power 1 by 3 and d power 3. Okay. And in the problem, if it is giving percentage error in A is 1%, B is taken as 2% and C is taken as 3% and D is taken as 4%, then what is the percentage error in X? Power percentage technique A దగ్గర 2, B half and C 1 by 3 and D 3. That's it. Okay. So PP technique, power percentage technique means just multiply them. 2 ones are 2, 2 into half 1, 3 into 1 by 3 1, 4 into 3 12. So just add them 3, 4, 5. So 13, 14, 15, 16% is going to be your answer. Simple questions. Okay. So power percentage technique. So these are some of the questions which are regularly asked by the students in units and dimensions. Those who are late, they are absent to the classes. All these classes are recorded. Okay. So these classes will be made private. Only for demo purpose, only 5 lectures have released in YouTube. Remaining lectures cannot be seen by other people who are outside. These are the only demo lectures I have shooted. Nearly 8 lectures I have shooted in units and dimensions also, and motion in straight line. I will make them private. Only you can see. Because if you are in the group, if I send that, you only can see. You can revise them. But if you tell this to your friends, then he will sit on your head. He will become your competitor. The reason behind that is from 6 years I have created nearly 3000 short tricks. This is a Sodi I am always telling. And if you are getting benefit from my side, then you will get benefit. You will అందరికి తొక్కి ముందుకు వెళ్ళిపోతావు. లేదు నేను చాలా మంచి అందరికీ నేను షేర్ చేస్తా అంటే they will use your shortcuts and they will get the rank. This is a competitive world. This is a competitive world. You should be like Chanakya. Never share your secrets to anyone. He will become your competitor. How sad it is. Marks. How bad situation will be. This is a competitive world. Never share. So today I am going to give you an important list for getting minimum 120 marks. నేనైతే ఖచ్చితంగా 100 దిగాల్సిందే. టార్గెట్ పెడతా. 5 మిస్టేక్స్ చేస్తే కూడా 100కి. బట్ ద థింగ్ ఈస్ you have to listen to me. Okay. So my target in my subject is, if you do 50 problems every day without fail, 50 problems every day without fail. So how many days are there? Nearly 40 days. Experts are saying that 40 days will be given minimum. So 50 into 40, 4 5s are 20. 2000 problems in just 40 days. It's not a big target. Doing 50 problems is not a big issue. It's not a big issue. But if you don't do, you will get issue in the exam. Okay. So 50 problems, how much time it will take? Nearly 2 to 3 hours. Every day after completing these 50 problems only, if you sleep, can't you do just 25 to 30 bits in the exam, which will give you 100 to 120? Number speaks. Because practically you didn't do any problem. Practically you didn't go to the swimming pool. And remember one thing, experts are saying that NTA has been blamed so much that they are ashamed now, and they will take the revenge with you people. Paper is going to be very tough like 2025, because last year also they have been trolled. This year also trolled, maximum trolled. So paper is going to be tough. Don't imagine that I have got very good marks in biology, I got very good marks in chemistry. Physics also I got 70 to 80, but remember, the paper is going to be very tough. Prepare for that. నేను స్విమ్మింగ్ పూల్లో బాగా నేర్చుకున్నా సార్, నీట్ పేపర్ సాల్వ్ చేసేస్తా అంటే స్విమ్మింగ్ పూల్ కదా అది, ఫ్లడ్స్. నీట్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఈజ్ జస్ట్ లైక్ ఎ ఫ్లడ్స్. నాకు స్విమ్మింగ్ పూల్లో బాగా ఫ్లడ్స్లో ఈదడం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి. యూ హావ్ టు ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇన్ ఫ్లడ్స్. అండర్స్టూడ్? సో వాట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ ఈస్, ఐ హ్యావ్ మేడ్ ఎ లిస్ట్. సో వన్స్ you are perfect in this errors and dimensional formulas, I am switching to the next topic, because in the previous classes I have explained about average velocities, average speeds, river boat problems, motion in 2 dimension also I have discussed. You will get all the videos in the group once again, all the playlists you will get, because these are all always completed. These are all completed in my classes. But if you want, I am going to revise once again by taking extra classes in the evening. If you are ready, come in the evening, I am repeat once again. But otherwise, if you are satisfied with my videos, then it's enough. Let's say practical and to come anytime you come. I'll be available from 8 to 8. Schedule is tight. Okay, so you come at any point or at any time, isn't it? So now let me go for the next chapter. See, next topic is laws of motion. Understood? It's a very important chapter. 1 or 2 questions are coming from laws of motion and friction. So 8 marks is going to be the weightage of this chapter. And I am going to give you such a super simple technique that you will get shocked. How is it possible, sir? You have done the problems without using free body diagram? Yes. Free body diagram is not required. Let me go for the first important question in the chapter called as Loss of motion. Okay, so loss of motion. Okay, the first and foremost important question which is repeatedly asked in your previous year questions is Atwood's machine. This is called as Atwood's machine, a very simple question which is asked nearly 3 to 4 times in your previous year questions, isn't it? This is called as an Atwood's machine, in which there is a pulley and there are two masses hanging here, isn't it? So the pulley and the two masses are hanging here, and this is mass m1, this is mass m2. This will come down with an acceleration a, this is move up with an acceleration a. Here the tension is going to be same in both the cases. Tensions are going to be same. Sometimes he'll ask you to find out an acceleration, sometimes he'll ask you to find out the tension. How simple it is. See, acceleration, I will not apply any free body diagram and waste your lot of time. This problem is done in fraction of seconds by using the techniques. Okay, so what is that? Acceleration is nothing but net force by net mass, because F is equal to ma, A is equal to F by m is going to be your basic formula. So what is the net force? You just try to understand. This is an imbalance forces. One is coming downwards, one is moving upwards. So this is going to be m1g coming downwards, and this is going to be m2g which is going upwards. So net force will become how much? m1g minus m2g is going to be the difference of the forces, and the net mass is going to be m1 plus m2. That's it. This is going to be the simple trick I am going to apply to find out the formula, that is m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. Okay, so therefore a is equal to, for example, m1 is given as 5. Okay, m1 is given as 6 kgs and m2 is given as 2 kgs. That's it. He is asking us to find out what is an acceleration. A simple method is difference in the masses. Okay, so difference in the masses, how much it is? 6 minus 2, and addition of the masses into 10, you will get the answer. That's it. Simple. Okay, then what else I am going to discuss now? What is the tension? For tension also there is one trick here. You try to understand the basic behind that. This is M1. Okay, so free body diagram just a simple technique. Okay, if you see here, what is M1 is moving downwards. What is going to happen? M1 is moving downwards with an acceleration. That means resultant force is acting downwards. Tension is upwards. M1g is downwards. When two forces are acting on a body, then also it is coming down. Means what is the meaning here? I'll give one small example. I am applying a force of 6 newtons in this direction. I am applying a force of F2 which is nothing but 4 newtons in this direction. That means it is going with a dominating side. This side it will go. That is called as a resultant force, which is the difference of these two, which is 6 minus 4, which is equal to 2 newtons. That's it. That is the meaning here. So resultant force will be always towards the dominating side. So which is going to dominate here? M1g is going to dominate. Therefore resultant force is going to be M1g minus T. So Fr is M1 here, which is a basic formula, Newton's law of gravitation, M1g minus T. So T comes to left side, it is going to be M1g minus M1a. So T is equal to M1 into G minus A. What is the tension? Down means difference. Try to understand one thing. Imagine yourself as if you are sitting in a, what is that? You are sitting in a giant wheel of and giant wheel is coming downwards. How do you feel? Weightless. గాల్లో తేలినట్లా ఉంటుంది. It happens just like something is happening in you, because you are freely falling now. You are feeling weightless. Means something is coming down means you feel weightless. That means difference you have to take. Understand? So similarly, ఇదంతా అవసరం లే, just for an idea I am telling. So M2 if you observe, okay, M2 if you observe, it is going upwards, isn't it? So as it is going upwards, tension T is acting upwards. This is M2G acting downwards, and acceleration is upwards. Resultant force is upwards. What does it mean now? Okay, what does it mean? Resultant force is nothing but the difference. Dominating side is T is dominating M2G. So T minus M2G, Fr is nothing but M2 into A, T minus M2G. So T is equal to, comes this side, becomes M2 into G plus A. So this is called as tension up. ఇదంతా మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లే. Need not remember all these nuisance and nonsense. You have to remember these two with common sense. Understood? So what is that? Don't write. I am giving you the chance of this total PDF will be transferred to your WhatsApp group. So here, whenever this type of question comes, if he asks you to find out acceleration, you will find out acceleration by using the simple technique that unbalanced force or the net force by net mass. But whenever you want to find out, the tension here, how are you going to find out the tension here? Tension, whenever the body is coming down, tension down. Imagine yourself to be in a giant wheel, you are coming down. You feel weightless, means less weight. There is going to be difference, which is nothing but m1 into g minus a. So what is m1? 6 into 10 minus, how much it is? A is equal to 2 by 8 into 10. So this is 2 ones, 2 fours. Is it okay? So 10 by 4 is how much? 2.5 or 5 by 2 is go. Keep like that only, don't worry. 4 by 2. Acha, sorry. 4 by 8. So acceleration is how much here? 4 by 8 into 10. In the easy. So 1 times, 2 times. So 5 meter per second square is an acceleration. See, if you want to find out tension here, both will give the same tension. That's a wonderful thing here. That is the beauty of this physics here. Tension, without tension, you'll get the tension. That is my intention. Okay. So what I'm going to get now? Tension downwards will become 6 into 10 minus 5. So our answer is going to be how much? 6 5 is 30 newtons. So tension down, because single thread law, same tensions. Where it's coming down, it's going up. But while coming down, you have to consider this mass. While going up, you have to consider this mass. Tension up, you feel as if you are going up in a giant wheel. You feel as if your bottom is pushed downwards. Okay. And if something is taking you upwards, you have been pressed downwards, and 3-4 people will be sitting beside you. In giant wheel, you are single sitting. No, 3-4 people are sitting. Then they will be combined together. Koncham adjust cheskunna kuda emaitadi, when you are taken upwards, all together you are pushed down, means you feel more weight. I'll tell one small joke so that this boredom will go. I was sitting in an auto. I was sitting beside an auto. Okay, so auto nilpadindi. Back side there are one lady, one gent, wife husband కూర్చున్నారు. పాపం ముసలైన there one old man was standing. Auto person has standed for taking that old man inside. This wife husband telling, hey, ఎక్కడ ప్లేస్ ఉందా నువ్వు మళ్ళీ ఆగుతావు, అప్పా ముందుకు వా. లేదు మేడం, ఆ ముసలోడు పాపం ఎండలు నిలబడాడు. సరే ఏ మంచివా, నువ్వు డబ్బులు ఇచ్చినా కూడా మళ్ళీ నువ్వు మళ్ళీ సీట్ కొడుతు. ఉండలేండి మేడం, అడ్జస్ట్ చేసుకో. ముసలోనికి సీట్ ఇట్లా కొంచెం అటు జరగండి అంటుంది. అంటే సీట్ ఇవ్వద్దు అనుకుంది. పాపం ముసలోని బేస్ ఇంత ఉంది, సీట్ ఏమో ఇంత వదిలిపెట్టినాడు. ముసలోడు ఏం చేసినాడు, 25% కూర్చున్నాడు. నాయన కొంచెం జరగండి నాయన అంటున్నాడు. ఆటోడు వింటున్నాడు. నేను ఆటోతో మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. చూడనా ఎట్లా చూడ సమాజం, కనీసం ముసలోని కూడా స్వీట్ ఇవ్వట్లే. అంటే సార్ నా దగ్గర టెక్నిక్ ఉంది సార్, మీరు ఏం వరీ కావద్దు, వాళ్ళకి నేను అడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తాను, నేను చెప్పాను నేనే అడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తాను. ముసలైనా ఒక 2 minutes 2 minutes అడ్జస్ట్ చేసుకో, నేను చెప్తాను. కొంచెం అట్లా దిగితేనే స్పీడ్ బ్రేకర్ వచ్చింది. స్పీడ్ బ్రేకర్ వస్తేనే ఏమైంది, ఆయన ఏం చేసినట్టే కొంచెం స్పీడ్గా పోయినాడు. పోతేనే వెనకాల సీట్ ఎగిరింది. ఎగిరితేనే అందరు జంప్ అయినారు. జంప్ అయిన తర్వాత ముసలాయన కూడా జంప్ అయినారు. మళ్ళీ అందరు కూర్చునే లోపల సెట్ అయిపోయింది. ముసలాయన ఏమనుకున్నాడు, వీళ్ళిద్దరు సీట్ అనుకున్నాడు, ఇచ్చినాడు అనుకున్నాడు. ఆటోడు ఇచ్చింది సీట్. ఆడ థ్యాంక్స్ నాయన కొంచెం బాగుంది అన్నాడు. మీ ఆటోడు చూసి ఇట్లా అంటున్నాడు. అబ్బా అంటే ఏమైంది తెలుసా, మనం ఒక డబ్బాలో వడియాలేస్తామా, డబ్బాలో వడియాలేసినప్పుడు ప్లేస్ ఫిల్ అయిపోతుంది, ఇంకా కొన్ని వేయాలనుకుంటావు, అప్పుడు ప్లేస్ సరిపోతుంది. అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం, డబ్బా తీసుకొని మళ్ళీ లెవెల్ అయిపోతుంది, కిందికి వస్తుంది స్పేస్, ఇంకా కొంచెం వేయచ్చు. సేమ్ థింగ్ హ్యాపెండ్ దిస్ వే. సో whenever you are taking upwards, you feel more weight. This joke I am telling so that you will never forget this concept. So tension up means what will you do here? So this is going to be m2 into g plus a. Up means plus, down means minus. Okay, so what is m2 here? So 2 into 10 plus 5, 15 to 30 newtons. That is the beauty of physics, So getting the same answer, no? Okay. So here down తీసుకున్న 30 వచ్చింది, up తీసుకున్న కూడా 30 వచ్చింది, because here addition, there subtraction. So this is a shortcut method. So whenever you get this type of problem, he asks sometimes acceleration means net force. In the simple technique చెప్తా చూడు, acceleration is equal to mass difference. కొన్ని చోట్ల అయితే ఇట్లా చెప్తాను, mass difference by mass addition into g, అంతే ఫార్ములా. mass difference divided by mass addition into g, ఇంకా షార్ట్కట్ ఫార్ములా, షార్ట్కట్ ఆఫ్ షార్ట్కట్స్. అండర్స్టూడ్? ఇదే టెన్షన్ అప్ m into g plus a, tension down m into g minus a, but you should consider only that mass which is coming down, m1. That's it, simple technique, that's it. Okay, so what is the one more model of this type which is regularly asked in your previous years? One mass is hanging, one mass is resting. Okay, So on the table, there is a pulley here. This mass is moving downward with an acceleration. This mass is moving right side with an acceleration. Okay. So he's asking us to find out what is an acceleration and what is a tension. Okay. So that is tension T is here. Then first thing is acceleration is equal to net force by net mass. Here you have to remember one technique here. Net force is acting only on M1, not on M2. See, this is M1 means this is M2. See, on M1 only gravitational force is acting. You have to consider only M1. You should not consider this M2 because normal reaction is counterbalancing M2G. So it may be moving horizontally, but in vertically it is equilibrium. Never take the mass which is resting on the table. Only consider the mass which are hanging. So here acceleration is equal to net force means you should consider only M1G. By net mass means you have to consider M1 plus M2. Such a simple technique it is. Then if M1 is going to be, for example, 4 kg and M2 is going to be 2 kg, what is going to be your answer? A is equal to M1 is how much? 4 into 10 by 4 plus, how much it is? 6. 4 plus 2 is nothing but 6 kada. So 2 2s, 2 3s. So 20 by 3 is going to be your answer for acceleration. And the same old technique, what is that? Tension down, this is going to be down. So just M1 into minus A will give you the answer. That's it. No need to do any free body diagram. Simple trick is tension down is nothing but, okay, so tension down is nothing but M1 is 4 into G minus A. G is 10, minus A is 20 by 3. Okay. So what's going to be your answer now? What's going to be your answer now? See here. The simple thing is tension down is 4 is equal to 30 minus 20 is nothing but 10 by 3. So your tension downward is nothing but 40 by 3. Okay. Sir, don't need to bother about the tension, which is tension upwards is going to be 9 to the 18, 180 by 7. There is no chance here. So that is the problem we are facing in this chapter. Very simple technique I will tell you to find out in the next case also. What is the next case here? I am taking one wedge. Okay, this is, let us imagine, 30 degrees. I am taking one block here, one pulley here, and here what is going to happen? So this is a string which is passing over a pulley, and let us imagine there is one more mass which is hanging here. Okay, it's going to be one more mass. This is one more mass hanging here, M1, this is M2. Okay, and he's asking us to find out what is an acceleration and what is the tension in the case of this type of cases where the table is not horizontal, table is vertical, a table is having a slope, inclined plane, one block is on the inclined plane, one block is on the hanging side. It's very simple. You do only one thing. The simple thing is you find out what is this. You know this is M2G sin theta. Being a repeater, you should know that inclined plane will give you mg sin theta. You all know, or should I derive? मालूम है ना बेटा तुमको सबको भी? You know everything? You know or not? Or should I show you? बताना? వద్దు. So you got it ready. So దీనికి first find out some 2 kg ఇటు సైడ్ అక్కడేమో mg, that is 1 by 2. This is a simple technique I am using to solve the problem. Next is, if you consider the wedge which is having certain angle theta 1 and certain angle theta 2, here there is one mass and this is M1, this is M2, this is a pulley where you are going to write tension is going to be the same here. Okay, tension is going to be the same here, but what is the component this side? It is M1G sin theta 1. Here is going to be M2G sin theta 2. Let us imagine the problem, it is given M1 is greater than M2, mass M1 is larger, is going to be larger, that's it. The simple technique is acceleration is equal to net force by net mass. What is the net force? The difference in the forces, which is M1G sin theta 1 minus M2G sin theta 2. For example, this is 2 and this is also 2. This is going to be 37 degrees. This is going to be 53 degrees. Both are 2 kgs only. This is also 2 kg. In which direction will it move? Can you tell me? Is it going to move this way or is it going to move this way? This is a previous year question. Very good. This is more